Minister Ajit Pawar is facing political heat over a land deal signed by his son's company in Pune. Now, this deal involves 40 acres of government, government land in Pune. In fact, land that was originally reserved for Dalits. The allegation is that this land sold for about 300 crore rupees against a market value of 1804 odd crore rupees. While Ajit Pawar is busy blaming the registrar, Times Now has been tracking the key players in this entire case, the officers. And Times Now is bringing you reports from the land itself, which is in the center of this entire controversy. Before we get you our exclusive ground reports, watch how Ajit Pawar is putting the blame on the registrar while also insisting that this case is an election season hit job.
निवडणुका जवळ झाल्या की आमच्यावर आरोप सुरू होतात कुठनं तरी काहीतरी मागेही तुम्हाला आठवत असेल की असाच 2009 ला का 8 ला 70,000 कोटीचा आरोप झाला त्याला 15-16 वर्ष झाली परंतु त्याच्यातनं काहीही कुणी पुरावे देऊ शकले नाही काही होऊ शकले नाही पण बदनामी तर आमची होती तर 1 रुपयाचा व्यवहार न करता नुसते आकडे लिहून कसा कागद होऊ शकतो ते आजपर्यंत मला काही कळलेलं नाहीये आणि त्याच्यावर मी पण आश्चर्यचकित झालो की असं कसं ज्या रजिस्टर ऑफिसच्या व्यक्तीने हे नोंदणी केली त्यांनी कशामुळे ही नोंदणी केली काय त्याला असं घडलं की त्यांनी चुकीचं काम केलं.
Times Now viewers is the only channel investigating all aspects of the Pune land deal case involving Ajit Pawar's son. We filed ground reports, tracked individuals, visited homes of the key players, checked the documents and also spoke to those who are fighting for their land. And here's what we found. The land in the center of this controversy is in Pune's upscale Koregaon area. The land is marked as government property, leased to the Botanical Survey of India till 2038. A giant board still stands there. And yet, it was transferred to Parth Pawar's company. While Ajit Pawar insists that the deal stands cancelled, how did the deal really happen without the government's knowledge is the big question. Who really approved this entire process? Watch Nilesh's report from Pune's Koregaon area.
A new political storm has erupted in the state of Maharashtra after son of DCM Ajit Pawar has been found allegedly involved into a massive land scam. A property that is worth nearly 1,800 of crore was transferred to Parth Pawar's company in mere amount of 300 crore. Now, Times Network has reached on ground, that is in Pune's Kondwa area, where this entire 40-acre land scam has taken place. Now, as you can see, the board that has been set up signifies that this land was originally leased to the Indian Botanical Survey for 15 years with an extension of 50 years, that is up to 2038, with a nominal rate of 1 rupee per year, implying the continued government ownership or interest onto this 40-acre land. However, it was deed to register directly between the power of attorney holder, that is Sheetal Tejaswani, who is currently absconding. Acting on behalf of 272 individuals, Sheetal transferred the entire land in a mere amount of 300 crore to the company that is owned by Parth Pawar, that is son of DCM Ajit Pawar. Now, investigators in their primary investigation have found out several lapses, that how at first it was the land was transferred in a mere amount of 300 crore. In fact, the stamp duty registration amount was also not properly done. That is 21 crore. Is what the math says. However, a mere amount of 500 was paid on stamp duty as well. Now, several FIRs have already been registered into the said case, naming various individuals, some also from the official background, who have also been suspended. However, Parth Pawar's name still does not appear into the FIR, and which is why the opposition leaders are targeting the sitting alliance partners, stating that how biasness is seen into this entire case, and somewhat also signifies that no action will be taken on to the DCM's son. However, DCM Ajit Pawar has given out statement that a committee has been set up and any individual who is involved into the said case, into the said scam, will not be spared. However, this investigation still continues, but it is only giving an approach to the opposition party leaders. Political storm is what is finding space into the state of Maharashtra, stating that how the connivance of the top leadership along with the individuals on ground are busy into scamming people. Now, this property includes a number of 272 individuals whose NOC wasn't taken, but in fact it was directly transferred to Parth Pawar's company, and several lapses along with discounts were given to the company, which does not fit the criteria as well, and thus it has raised objection has been raised by the local individuals who are also staging protests outside this premises. You can see various political leaders reaching out to the vicinity demanding action against Parth Pawar. What we are also picking up that a committee is already in place and an 8-day schedule has been fixed to give out the primary report into the said scam.
Now, viewers, Times Now tracked Parth Pawar's partner, Digvijay Patil, who is named in the FIR. Now, Digvijay Patil is 25 years old. He is Ajit Pawar's wife, Sunetra Pawar's nephew, and Parth Pawar's cousin. He and Parth Pawar are directors in the firm that got involved in the Pune land deal. Now, the firm is Amadia Enterprises Limited Liability Partnership, or LLP. We went to Digvijay Patil's residence. While the house had confirmed this indeed is a big political conspiracy, why are key players avoiding the media? Here's what we found at Digvijay Patil's residence.
At the moment, we are reporting from Pune's Shivaji Nagar area, where this complex is situated, and behind me is the premises of one of the accused into the Pune land scam case, Digvijay Patil, who also happens to be the one-person shareholder into Parth Pawar's company, whose name has appeared into the FIR. However, post that investigation, Digvijay Patil has taken himself underground. Now we have reached to this premises. However, while we tried to speak to the family members, try to understand where exactly is Digvijay Patil, we have been conveyed by the health staff that he is not into the premises. Neither are the parents of Digvijay Patil. Their whereabouts currently remain unaware of, is what they have conveyed to us. However, it seems like they have been briefed that not to speak of Patil's whereabouts to anyone. We tried to speak to them, but they have somewhat been trained or guided by the Patil family members not to speak with anyone. काय नमस्कार, पाटील साहेबांचे घर आहे. आपण संबंधित आहे त्यांचे. दिग्विजय पाटीलचे हेच निवासस्थान आहे ना?
हो, पण
दादा आहे का? दिग्विजय पाटील आहे का?
नाही.
ते नाही आहे. कोणी आहे का घरामध्ये? त्यांचं फक्त बोलायला
नाही, आम्ही काम बोलले. कोणीच नाही आहे.
कोणी नाही आहे? फक्त 2 मिनिटं कोणी असेल तर बोलवा ना.
नाही, कोणीच नाही.
पाटील साहेबांचा नंबर भेटेल का मला?
नंबर पण नाही आम्हाला माहितच नाही.
कधी गेले ते? कधी गेले?
तुम्ही कुठून आले?
आपण ना त्यांचे मित्र आहे.
नाही, आम्हाला काय माहिती नाही.
कधी गेले ते पण आम्हाला माहिती आहे का? कधी ते गेले ते पण आम्हाला माहिती आहे. दिग्विजय पाटील असतात की त्यांचे कुटुंब पण आहे ते? आई वडील आहे का त्यांचे?
वडील नाही.
वडील आहे. त्यांचं भेटू शकतो का आपण?
नाही येते.
ते पण
घरी नाही येत कोणी.
अरे,
आम्ही कामवालीच आहे. मी एका नातेवाईक आहे.
मीडिया वाले आपल्याला जसं लोकेशन वगैरे
तुम्हाला काय असेल
हां, नो प्रॉब्लेम.
पार्थ पवार का है?
मधीच कसं रे?
सर, पार्थ पवार का है पुलिस स्कैम के बाद? सर, पार्थ पवार नहीं नजर आ रहे हैं. अजीत दादा,
नाही रे, आता बदल्या होणार नाही.
सर पार्थ पवार कहाँ पर है? सर उनके द्वारा कोई स्टेटमेंट क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? सर सर मामले के सामने आने के बाद 5 पवार चुप्पी क्यों साधे हुए सर? दादा पवार चुप्पी क्यों साधे हुए सर?
दादाची कामं झालेली नाहीत तुम्ही सुचवलेली बरेच.
सर दिग्विजय पाटिल कहाँ पर है सर?
पावसाळा संपल्यानंतर
सर दिग्विजय पाटिल कहाँ पर है सर? सर दिग्विजय पाटिल की absconding है सर.
अरे नवी गाडी
सर क्या 5 पवार भी absconding है? दादा क्या 5 पवार भी absconding है? सर अगर कोई गलती नहीं है तो फिर स्टेटमेंट क्यों नहीं आ रहे सर? So you can see Ajit Pawar is not answering our questions, something that is very important and has disturbed the political scenario in the state of Maharashtra. This is shaping the scenario. However, father DCM Ajit Pawar is trying to not take those tough questions. We have been asking constantly that where is Pawar, his son is. Seems like the DCM, the father, is unaware of his whereabouts. We'll try once again. पार्थ पवार अजी दादा पार्थ पवार कहाँ है सर? सर उनकी तरफ से कोई वर्जन क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? सर आपने कहा कि अनियमितताएं हैं, जांच की जा रही है. पार्थ पवार अजी दादा you can see Ajit Pawar not taking any questions, some very important ones as to where Parth Pawar is, where his son is. If he is not involved into the said case, then why he is not speaking his part? His father happens to be a DCM. He is taking support, he is giving support to his son. No FIR has been registered against his son. That also remains the question. We'll try to once again seek answer from. Sir, क्या पार्थ पवार भी absconding है? सर क्या दिग्विजय पाटिल भी absconding है? अजी दादा अजी दादा इंपॉर्टेंट मुद्दा है सर. आप जनता के सवाल ले रहे हैं, लेकिन जनता का सवाल ये भी है कि पार्थ पवार कहाँ है? उनकी तरफ से रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आ रहा है सर. क्या FIR होगी? अजी दादा क्या FIR होगी? अजी दादा क्या FIR होगी? You can see Ajit Pawar, DCM of the state, is unable to answer all of those questions.
Viewers, the biggest red flag so far in this entire case, the company at the heart of this controversial land deal, Amadia Enterprises LLP, claimed to have its own office address in Pune. But when Times Now went there, we didn't really find any commercial premise. No signboard, no staff, no functional office. Instead, the registered address of the company turned out to be the official residence of the Pawar family in Shivaji Nagar in Pune. Why would a multi-crore deal be tied to a residential address? Who really set this up? And what does this really say about the claims that the family didn't know anything at all? Nilesh gets us this explosive finding. Take a look at this report.
We have reached to the office address of Amadia Enterprise, which is just behind me, and you can see security barricading has been put in place, and we are not allowed to shoot inside this premises. But the security that you can see on your screen, just behind him lies the building number 21 in Yashwant Nagar area of Pune. Now we will also be surprised to know that this is not only the office of Amadia, but coincidentally or surprisingly, in an ironic way, this also happens to be the residence of DCM Ajit Pawar, one man who has been constantly brushing out his name out of the entire controversy, not his alone, but his son's name also. He has been stating that his son Parth Pawar wasn't aware of this transaction. But interestingly, the address that has been provided by the company for the transfer of land happens to be this particular spot. That is the official residence of DCM Ajit Pawar. I will request my video journalist Anil to show you this very address, which is mentioned onto the deal paper. You can see it reads as Amadia Enterprises LLP, and the address that has been given here is of Yashwant Nagar, plot number 21, the same plot where the bungalow of DCM Ajit Pawar is.
And with this, we will slip into a very, very short break. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.